my name is Hayden Miskinis. I'm going into 9th grade and I live in Epping, New Hampshire.
Hi Hayden. When did you first realize that you struggled as a reader?
I first realized that I struggled as a reader about mid-3rd grade when other kids were moving on to chapter books and I was still in picture books and barely chapter books.
How did that feel, not being able to keep up with your peers?
Well, I remember a specific time where in our classroom there was an alphabet on top of the classroom. And basically each letter represented your reading level. Now a lot of kids moved on to about the letter M throughout the year, and by the end of the year you had to be past or at the letter M or N. Now I got to about C in the alphabet, and that definitely opened up me to bullying and a lot of stress.
So how did you find out that you had dyslexia?
Well, one, my parents, my mom and my grandmother are both dyslexic, so their experiences lining up with mine definitely made it possible that I could be dyslexic and that dyslexia is genetic, so it would make perfect sense that I would be dyslexic as well. So after many years, I finally got diagnosed with dyslexia.
How did it feel once you had that diagnosis of dyslexia?
Once I got diagnosed, there was both a positive outcome and a not so good outcome in my brain. I felt really relieved that there was an answer to why I couldn't read or spell, and that felt amazing. But also having teachers and my parents telling me all of the different things I had to do to be able to be a strong reader and speller definitely sounded very scary and overwhelming. But once I actually got through that long process, now I am a very strong reader and speller.
So about that long process, so you took part in an Orton-Gillingham program for 3 years, round the clock or round the year at the Seacoast Learning Center. So what was the hardest part of that commitment for you?
Yes, so going from school to the Orton-Gillingham program was definitely a hard process for me. Just staying committed and knowing that, or understanding the outcome that it will be, and that in the end I will be able to be a reader and speller, even if at the start of that process I was definitely not.
Did you feel like that process helped you in the end, and would you recommend it to others?
Definitely. That process was long, but in the end now it has gotten me so far, and I do not know where I would have been if I hadn't gone through that process. I experienced both Wilson and Orton-Gillingham. And they are both great and solid programs. I did do Orton-Gillingham for longer, so I understand the program more and the outcome of it. It's a very solid and strong program, and I definitely recommend it to others.
What do you wish teachers had known or want teachers to know about dyslexic students?
I know for me, going through the school system, being dyslexic, I wish that they would have understood that students are trying, because I know that a lot of teachers say, oh, well, you just need to try harder, or you're just not trying enough, you're not putting in effort, when in reality our brains just can't comprehend what's on the page, and that we are truly trying our best. So understanding that and having just a basic knowledge of what their students are going through and dyslexia.
What did teachers do that helped you?
Definitely supporting me, understanding. my situation and following through with what my IEP said, which was extended time on tests and homework, and open to text-to-speech for any writing assignments.
What do you think parents can do to help their kids if their children are dyslexic?
I think the most important thing that parents could do is just supporting their child. Again, like teachers, just understanding that they are trying their very best, and also just having a basic understanding of dyslexia, just like quickly looking up dyslexia and understand what their child is going through. I know that the programs are not always open to every family in their circumstances, so looking into online programs, but mainly just supporting their child.
So what are you doing these days?
Well, last year I was published in the New York Times on my article on dyslexia, which was Skipping Letters, Switching Lines, Troubled and Dyslexic Minds. And I was able to speak out about dyslexia on the school board recently, and I will be continuing doing that and really taking every opportunity I can to spread awareness for dyslexia.
Well, thank you so much, Hayden, for taking this opportunity to speak to people about your experiences.
Yes, thank you.